Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
शिवासुदी गौर भक्त वृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कंचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदानेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। तो श्री राधे गोलोकानंद भगवान की जय। बोलो श्रीमद् भागवतम की
जय।
हरे कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna everyone.
Krishna Tarun, welcome back from India.
Thank you. I came back today, Gajan, so I don't know how long I'll last. I didn't sleep through the day.
Oh, that's cool. That's nice. Can carry it on.
Let's see.
And there's no jet lag after that.
Yeah, already feeling very sleepy, but chalo at least इतने से एक बार hello तक करते हैं सबसे.
No, that's so nice though. So nice. I think it'll be good. Hare Krishna Mayur.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Reena ji.
Hare Krishna Bhaiya. Hare Krishna everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Nisha.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Krishna. Cool. तो शुरू करते हैं हम लोग. So we are actually reading अध्याय 5th of 7th canto. Yeah. 7वें स्कंद का 5th अध्याय है and we are on 7th chapter. इसमें हम लोग हिरण्यकशिपु एंड प्रहलाद महाराज के बारे में पढ़ रहे हैं. एंड जस्ट अ वेरी क्विक रिकैप कि जैसे युधिष्ठिर महाराज राजसूय यज्ञ में he sees that how Lord Krishna throws a Sudarshan chakra and takes away Shishupal. But जब Shishupal gives up his body, Maharaj Yudhishthira sees that he is actually getting engulfed within Lord Krishna's environment. And by seeing that, Maharaj Yudhishthira gets very surprised. He's saying like Shishupal, who is so much jealous of Lord Krishna, right? Since day one, how come he is getting together with Lord Krishna's environment? And that was a big surprise for Maharaj Yudhishthira. So he is asking that question to whom? Is asking that question to
Narad Muni.
Narad Muni. Yeah, Narad Muni is sitting in the same Rajasuya Yajna, and there is no other better person than Dev Rishi Narad to ask this, like how is this possible that one who has been so jealous is now getting merged into Lord Shri Krishna's body, right? So Narad Muni is then explaining, and then he's explaining how Sanat Kumars went to visit Vaikunth to see Lord Vishnu, but at the door they were stopped by the Dwarpals. And what was the name of Dwarpals?
Jai and Vijay.
Jai and Vijay.
And Vijay, right? The Dwarpal of Lord Vishnu. They stopped Sanat Kumar. Sanat Kumars don't like that. वो श्राप देते हैं जय विजय को that they will have to take birth 3 times. So that's what Narad Muni is explaining. And the first birth is Hiranyaksh, and Hiranyakashipu, right? So Jay and Vijay are born as the demons, right? Hiranyakashipu is the king of demons. And then as we know, in Varaha Avatar, Lord Vishnu kills Hiranyaksh, and then Hiranyakashipu is trying to take revenge of that, right? So then Hiranyakashipu goes, does the tapasya for thousands of years, and then he gets a boon from whom? Who gives boon?
Brahmaji. Brahmaji.
Brahmaji, yeah, Lord Brahma gives boon to Hiraṇyakaśipu, whatever he wanted. Like he wanted the boon that nobody can kill him in the evening and during the day and all that, right? We saw that, and Lord Brahma grants him that boon. And then, of course, after that, what we are reading right now is Prahlāda, as one of the sons of Hiraṇyakaśipu, is a total devotee from day one, right? Since he's born, he's a Lord Vishnu devotee. And then Hiraṇyakaśipu asks Sukracharya's sons. So Sukracharya is the guru of demons, like Brihspati ji is guru of Devatas. Sukracharya is guru of demons. And Sukracharya's son are the teachers in Hiraṇyakashipu's age. And so Prahlāda Maharaj is sent for the education there, so that, he can be twisted from Lord Vishnu's devotion. So he is there, and that's where we are right now. And we read this shlok last week, where it says that Hiraṇyakashipu advised his assistants, my dear demons, give complete protection to this boy, and this boy is the Prahlāda Maharaj, at the Gurukul where he is instructed, so that his intelligence will not be further influenced by Vaishnavas, who may go there in disguise. So will not be influenced by Vaishnavas means Prahlāda Maharaj is devoted to Lord Vishnu, and Hiraṇyakashipu wants to take him away from that. Yeah. So we'll start with Shlok 8. Anilji?
Yeah. Grahamaneet Mahuya Prahlādam Daitya-yajakaः Prashasya Slakshanaya Vacha Samprakshanta Samabhi. When Hiranyakashipu's servants brought the boy Prahlāda back to the Gurukul, the place where the Brahmins taught the boys, the priests of the demons, Sanad, Sand and Amarka, pacified him with very mild voices and affectionate words. They inquired from him as follows. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So in the Gurukul, the priests, who are the priests of the demons, Shand and Amark. And whose sons are they?
Sukracharya.
Sukracharya. So Sukracharya is the guru of demons, and his son, Shand and Amark, are the priests and the teachers in the Gurukul, and they are trying to pacify Prahlāda Maharaj. Yeah. And so read this. Ajay?
Sanda and Amarka, the priests of the demons, were eager to know from Prahlāda Maharaj who the Vaishnavas were that came to instruct him in Krishna consciousness. This purpose was to discover the names of these Vaishnavas. In the beginning, they did not threaten the boy because when threatened, he might not identify the real culprits. Therefore, they were mildly and peacefully inquired as follows. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So Shand and Amark, who are the priests, are asking Prahlāda Maharaj, how did he got the devotional service, right? How did he got so much devotion to Lord Vishnu? Who has told him to do that? Prem sir?
What's Prahlād Bhadram te Satyam Kathay Ma Mrisha Bala Nati Kutstu Bhyamesh Buddhi Vipraya. Dear son Prahlād, all peace and good fortune unto you. Kindly do not speak lies, just reply with the truth. These boys you see are not like you, for they do not speak in a deviant way. How have you learned these instructions? How has your intelligence been spoiled in this way? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So they're asking Prahlāda Maharaj to Satyam Katha, speak the truth, and Buddhi Viparyaya. How come your intelligence went opposite? Means, how come you are not appreciating Hiraṇyakashipu and really devoting to Lord Vishnu? Mayur? Mayur, you can read.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Buddhi Bheda parakrita utaho te svato bhavata bhanyatam shrotu kamanam gurunam kulanandan. O best of your family, has this pollution of your intelligence been brought about by you or by the enemies? We are all your teachers and are very eager to hear about this. Please tell us the truth. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. No? Rinaji?
Shri Prahlāda Vaj, Para Svashetya Sadgraha Punsam Yan Maya Krita Vimohita Dhyam Visvastasmai Bhagavate Namaha. Prahlāda Mahārāja replied, "Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose external energy has created the distinctions of my friend and my enemy by deluding the intelligence of man. Indeed, I am now actually experiencing this, although I have previously heard of it from authoritative sources." Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So Prahlāda Maharaj is replying to, and then Amark, sons of Shukracharya. Yeah. Nisha?
स यदानुव्रतः पुंसां पशुबुद्धिर्विभिद्यते अन्य एष तथान्यो अहमिति भेदगता सति. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead is pleased with the living entity because of his devotional service, one becomes a Pandit and does not make distinction between enemies, friends, and himself. Intelligently, he then thinks every one of us is an eternal servant of God, and therefore we are not different from one another. Hare Krishna.
So Prahlāda Maharaj is saying that we are actually all one, and we are not different from one another. Bhed Gata Sati. Yeah. We are all the same, all the souls. Yeah. Tarun?
Everyone should be friendly for the service of the Lord. Everyone should praise Mother's service to the Lord and not be proud of his own service. This is the way of Vaishnava thinking, Vaikuntha thinking. There may be rivalries and apparent competition between servants in performing service. But in the Vaikuntha planets, the service of another servant is appreciated, not condemned. This is Vaikuntha competition. There is no question of enmity between servants. Everyone should be allowed to render service to the Lord to the best of his ability, and everyone should appreciate the service of others. Such are the activities of Vaikuntha. Since everyone is a servant, everyone is on the same platform and is allowed to serve the Lord according to his ability. As confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 15.15, Sarvasya kaham radhi sannivyasto mata smitir jnana apoham cha. The Lord is situated in everyone's heart, giving dictation according to the attitude of the servant. However, the Lord gives different dictation to the non-devotees and devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. Anilji?
The non-devotees challenge the authority of the Supreme Lord, and therefore the Lord dictates in such a way that the non-devotees forget the Lord's service, life after life, and are punished by the laws of nature. But when a devotee very sincerely wants to render service to the Lord dictates in a different way. As the Lord says in Bhagavad Gita 10.10, Tesham satat yuktanam bhajatam pruti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upadyanti te. To those who are constantly devoted and worship me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. Everyone is actually a servant, not an enemy or friend, and everyone is working under different directions from the Lord, who directs each living entity according to his mentality. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So we are all conditioned souls, And how do we really realize, right? How do we get the intelligence that we can actually realize ourselves and realize the Lord himself and can go back to Godhead? And that answer is given by Lord Krishna himself, that Tesham Satatyuktanam Bhajatam Priti Purvakam. Yeah, Bhajatam Priti Purvakam. The one who worships me with love and constantly devoted and worship me with love, Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam. Yeah, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. Yeah, Yen Mam Upyanti Te, so they can come back to me, is what Lord Krishna mentioned in Bhagavad Gita itself. Ajay?
स एष आत्मा स्वपरेत्य बुद्धिभिः दुरत्य यानुक्रमणो निरूप्यते मुहान्ति यद्वर्णमणि वेदवादिनो ब्रह्मादयो ओष भिनित मे ममित. Persons who always think in terms of enemy and friend are unable to ascertain the super soul within themselves. Not to speak of them, even such exalted persons as Lord Brahma, who are fully conversant with the Vedic literature, are sometimes bewildered in following the principles of devotional service. The same Supreme Personality of Godhead who has created this situation has certainly given me the intelligence to take the side of your so-called enemy. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So who is speaking right now?
Narad Muni.
No, who is saying this? So Narad Muni is explaining this to Mahārāja Yudhishthira, and who is replying to Shand and Akarm, right? Shukracharya's son?
Maharaj Prahlāda.
Prahlāda Maharaj, right? So he's responding to their question, right? Their question is, how are you devotee of Lord Vishnu? Who has changed your intelligence? And that's the question which Prahlāda Maharaj is responding to. And he's saying that, it's not just you, even such exalted persons as Lord Brahma, right, says here, Brahma Udayo, like from Lord Brahma to all the Devatas who are Vedvadino, like who are expert in Vedas, right? Sometimes even they get bewildered. So who are they, right? And he's replying that the same Supreme Personality of Godhead who has created this situation, right, has given me the intelligence to take the side of your so-called enemy. Your so-called enemy is Hiraṇyakashipu's enemy, Lord Vishnu. Yeah, is what is being referred as. Here Prahlāda Maharaj admitted frankly, my dear teachers, you wrongly think that Lord Vishnu is your enemy, but because he is favorable toward me, I understand that he is the friend of everyone. You may think that I have taken the side of your enemy, but factually, he has bestowed a great favor upon me. Is what Prahlāda Maharaj is replying. Prem?
Yatha bhamyatyo brahman swam matkash sannidho tatha me vidyate chete chakrapane daryakshata. O Brahmins, teachers, as iron attracted by a magnetic stone moves automatically towards the magnet, my consciousness, having been changed by his will, is attracted by Lord Vishnu, who carries a disc in his hand. Thus I have no independence. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So it's all directly given by Lord Vishnu, who carries a disc in his hand. Of course, the chakra here says Chakrapane. Yeah. And I have no independence. It's all given by Lord Vishnu, is what he is saying. Nice purport here. Let's read this, Mayu.
Yes. As soon as one is purified of material contamination, he is again attracted by Krishna. Sarvopadi vinirmuktam tata paratvena nirmalam. In the material world, everyone is contaminated by the dirt of sense gratification and is acting according to different designations. Sometimes as a human being, sometimes as a beast, sometimes a demigod or tree, and so on. One must be cleansed of all these designations. Then one will be naturally attracted to Krishna. The bhakti process purifies the living entity of all unnatural attractions. When one is purified, he is attracted by Krishna and begins to serve Krishna instead of serving Maya. This is his natural position. A devotee is attracted by Krishna, whereas a non-devotee, being contaminated by the dirt of material enjoyment, is not. This is confirmed by the Lord in Bhagavad Gita 7.28. Yesham tva antagatam papam. Glasses are problem. Jananam punya karmanam te vandava moha nirmukta bhajante mam dhrata prata. Persons who have acted piously in previous lives and in this life, whose sinful actions are completely eradicated and who are freed from the duality of delusion, engage themselves in my service with determination. One must be freed from all the sinful dirt of material existence. Everyone in this material world is contaminated by material desire. Unless one is free from all material desire, anya bhilashita shunyam, one cannot be attracted by Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So as we see, like the important part which is mentioned here, and Lord Krishna is replying to Arjun in Bhagavad Gita, right? Like Arjun is asking who gets attracted to Lord Shri Krishna, right? And so he's replying that tva antagatam papa and janmam punya karmanam. Yeah. So one who has sinful actions are eradicated and acted piously in previous lives. Yeah. So based on karmas, as mentioned here, we sometimes, it's a birth and death and old age and disease. Based on the karmas, we are taking different bodies, right? As a human being, beast, even devatas, or even a tree, and so on and so forth. There are so many different species. So based on the karmas, we are getting into all these designations. But when one is purified, and how does one get purified? Right?
By doing the devotional service.
Right. Yeah. The only way of getting purified is by doing the devotional service. And we saw those 9 different ways of Archanam, Vishnu Nam, Vishnu Smaranam, Kirtanam, right? Those are the ways one gets purified. And when one gets purified in the previous shlok, we also read that Tesham Satat Yuktanam Bhastam Priti Purvakam. So to the people who are devoted, Lord Krishna himself gives the intelligence so that they can go back to him. And that's what he's saying. But not everyone can get engaged. He says one who has done the previously karmas in the previous life, they engage in my service with determination, is what Lord Krishna himself is mentioning in Bhagavad Gita. Rinaji?
Sri Narada Etavad Brahmana Yoktva Viram Mahamati Tam Sannidbhartasya Kupita Sudino Rajasevakaha. The great saint Narad Muni continued. The great soul Prahlāda Mahārāja became silent after saying this to his teachers, Sant and Amar, the seminal sons of Shukracharya. These so-called Brahmanas then became angry at him because they were servants of Hiraṇyakaśipu. They were very sorry. And to chastise Prahlāda Mahārāja, they spoke as follows. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So Prahlāda Maharaj said, none other than Lord Vishnu has given him this intelligence. So of course, they were quite upset. And then they start replying to Prahlāda Maharaj like this. Yeah. Nisha?
Ani yatamare vetramasma kama yashaskarah ulangarasya durbuddhe chaturtho syodhite damaha. Oh, please bring me a stick. This Prahlāda is damaging our name and fame. Because of his bad intelligence, he has become like a cinder in the dynasty of the demons. Now he needs to be treated by the fourth of the four kinds of political diplomacy. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Tarun? Tarun? Anilji?
देते चंदन नवने जातोयम कष्ट कद्रुमः यन्मूलोन्मूल परशोर विष्णोर्नालायितोर्वकः. This rascal Prahlāda has appeared like a thorn tree in a forest of sandalwood. To cut down sandalwood trees, an axe is needed, and the wood of the thorn tree is very suitable for the handle of such an axe. Lord Vishnu is the axe for cutting down the sandalwood forest of the family of demons, and this Prahlāda is the handle for that axe. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So they keep chastising Prahlāda Maharaj. Ajay?
Iti tam vividho pare bhishrayanst jarnadibhi Prahlādam grahe yamas trivarg papadnam. Sanda and Amarka, the teacher of Prahlāda Maharaj, chastised and threatened their disciple in various ways and began teaching him about the paths of religion, economic development, and sense gratification. This is the way they educated him. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Prem?
tat ena guru ratva jnana jnana chatusyatam datyendram darsyamas matra mitantalankan kritam. After some time, the teachers Sanda and Amarka thought that Prahlāda Maharaj was sufficiently educated in the diplomatic affairs of pacifying public leaders, appeasing them by giving them lucrative posts, dividing and ruling over them, and punishing them in cases of disobedience. Then one day, after Prahlād's mother had personally washed the boy and dressed him nicely with sufficient ornaments, they presented him before his father. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So after the Gurukul, Shanda and Amark take Prahlāda Maharaj to Hiraṇyakaśipu. Yeah? Mayur?
Padyo patim balam pratinandyasura parishvajya chiram dorbhayam param apanirvitam. When Hiraṇyakashipu saw that his child had fallen at his feet and was offering obeisance as an affectionate father, he immediately began showering blessings upon the child and embraced him with both arms. A father naturally feels happy to embrace his son, and Hiraṇyakashipu became very happy in this way. Hare Krishna.
Raj?
आरोप्यां कमवघ्राय मूर्धन्ये शुक्लां बुभे आसिंचन विकसद्वक्त्र midamaha Yudhishthira. Narad Muni continued, My dear King Yudhishthira, Hiraṇyakashipu seated Prahlāda Maharaj on his lap and began smelling his head. With affectionate tears gliding down from his eyes and moisturizing the child's smiling face, he spoke to his son as follows. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Nisha?
हिरण्यकश्यपुरुवाच प्रह्लादानुचतां तात स्वधितं किञ्चिदुत्तमं काले नैतावतायुष्मन् यदशिक्षदुरोर्भवान्. Hiranyakashipu said, My dear Prahlāda, My dear son, O long-lived one, for so much time you have heard many things from your teachers. Now please repeat to me whatever you think is the best of that knowledge. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so Hiraṇyakaśipu is asking Prahlāda Maharaj, what does he think? What did he learn? Tell me the best of the knowledge he has gained from Gurukul. Tarun? Prahlāda Vacha Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dashyam Satya Atma Nivedanam Iti Punsar Arpita Vishnu Bhaktischena Valakshana Priyeta Bhagavattayada Tanmanye Adhitamuttamam. Prahlāda Maharaj said, hearing and chanting about the transcendental holy name, form, qualities, paraphernalia, and pastimes of Lord Vishnu, remembering them, serving the lotus feet of the Lord, offering the Lord respectful worship with 16 types of paraphernalia, offering prayers to the Lord, becoming his servant, considering the Lord one's best friend, and surrendering everything unto him, in other words, serving him with the body, mind, and words. These 9 processes are accepted as pure devotional service. One who has dedicated his life to the service of Krishna through these 9 methods should be understood to be the most learned person, for he has acquired complete knowledge. Yeah. So Prahlāda Maharaj is saying this. So we have been talking about the 9 ways of how do we do the devotional service. Has been mentioned none other than Prahlāda Maharaj himself, right? We have been talking about Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pad Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dashyam, Sakhyam, and Atma Nivedanam. Yeah, those are the 9 ways devotional service can be done. And whoever is doing that, yeah, Arpita Vishnu, they are devoted to Lord Vishnu, yeah, bhakti, and their lakshana, their gunas are different, and of course they they go back to Godhead, and that is the best of the knowledge, is what Prahlāda Maharaj is telling to whom?
His father, Hiraṇyakaśipu.
None other than Hiraṇyakaśipu, who has at this point has won over all the loks, including Devloks and everything. Yeah, he's telling to Hiraṇyakaśipu that it's the Lord Vishnu, right? And very nice purport. So let's so this will read this. Tarun, you are there? Anil?
Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Sarvasti Thakur gave the following explanation in his Tathya. The word Shravana refers to giving oral reception to the body, to the holy name and description of the Lord's form, qualities, entourage, and pastimes as explained in Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and similar authorized scriptures. After orally receiving such messages, one should memorize these vibrations and repeat them. Kirtanam. Smaranam means trying to understand more and more about the Supreme Lord, and Pada Sevanam means engaging oneself in serving the lotus feet of the Lord, according to the time and circumstances. Archanam means worshipping Lord Vishnu as one does in the temple, and Vandanam means offering respectful obeisances. Mana mana bhava mad bhakto mad yajit mama mamaskuru. Vandanam means namaskuru, offering obeisances or offering prayers, thinking oneself to be Nitya Krishna Dasa, everlastingly a servant of Krishna, is called Dasyam. And Sakhyam means being a well-wisher of Krishna. Krishna wants everyone to surrender unto him because everyone is constitutionally his servant. Therefore, as a sincere friend of Krishna, one should preach this philosophy, requesting everyone to surrender unto Krishna. Atma Nivedanam means offering Krishna everything, including one's body, mind, intelligence, and whatever one may possess. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah? So this is how Sri Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur explains those 9 different processes. Yeah? Ajay?
One's sincere endeavor to perform these 9 processes of devotional service is technically called bhakti. The word adh means directly. One should not be like the karmis who perform pious activities and then formally offer the results to Krishna. That is karmakand. One should not aspire for the results of his pious activities, but should dedicate oneself fully and then act piously. In other words, one should act for the satisfaction of Lord Vishnu, not for the satisfaction of his own senses. That is the meaning of the word ad directly. Anya bhilashita sunayam jnanam karmadi anavartanam anukulyen krishnanu slanam bhaktir uttama. One should render transcendental loving service to Supreme Lord Krishna favorably and without desire for material profit or gain through fruitive activities or philosophical speculation. That is called pure devotional service. One should simply satisfy Krishna without being influenced by fruitive knowledge or fruitive activity. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah? So what is described as pure devotional service. You're not asking for any other desires. Yeah. Prem?
The Gopala Tapani Upanishad says that the word bhakti means engagement in the devotional service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, not of anyone else. This Upanishad describes that bhakti is the offering of devotional service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. To perform devotional service, one should be relieved of the bodily conception of life and aspirations to be happy through elevation to the higher planetary systems. In other words, work performed simply for the satisfaction of the Supreme Lord without any desire for material benefits is called bhakti. Bhakti is also called nishkarm, or freedom from the results of fruitive activity. Bhakti and nishkarm are on the same platform, although devotional service and fruitive activity appear almost the same. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Mayur?
The 9 different processes enunciated by Prahlāda Mahārāja, who learned them from Narad Muni, may not all be required for the execution of devotional service. If a devotee performs only one of these 9 without deviation, he can attain the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sometimes it is found that when one performs one of the processes, other processes are mixed with it. That is not improper for a devotee. When a devotee executes any one of the 9 processes, Nava Lakshana, this is sufficient. The other 8 processes are included. Now let us discuss these 9 different processes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah? So what is being mentioned is you don't have to do all 9, but sometimes even if you do one, the other 8 are also included in that, right? So like, for example, few things like reading Srimad Bhagavatam, right, is one of the 9 devotional services. It's like Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, right? Or reading the spiritual granthas, doing the kirtan, doing the chanting, which we do in the beginning, right? Listening to the kirtan at the end. So those are all different processes, right? And those all sometimes are mixed, right? And now I think there's a very good explanation. So let's just read some of it. So first one is Shravanam. Rinaji? Rinaji?
Shravanam. Hearing of the holy name of the Lord, Shravanam, is the beginning of devotional service. Although any one of the 9 processes is sufficient in chronological order, the hearing of the holy name of the Lord is the beginning. Indeed, it is essential. As enunciated by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Cheto Darpana Marjanam, by chanting the holy name of the Lord, one is cleansed of the material conception of life, which is due to the dirty modes of material nature. When the dirt is cleansed from the core of one's heart, one can realize the form of the personality of Godhead. Ishvara Paramaha Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha. Krishna.
Krishna. So we realize Ishwar Parama Krishna Sachidanand Vigraha. Yeah. Nisha?
Thus, by hearing the holy name of the Lord, one comes to the platform of understanding the personal form of the Lord. After realizing the Lord's form, one can realize the transcendental qualities of the Lord, and when one can understand his transcendental qualities, one can understand the Lord's associates. In this way, a devotee advances further and further toward complete understanding of the Lord as he awakens in realization of the Lord's holy name, transcendental form, and qualities. His paraphernalia and everything pertaining to him. Therefore, the chronological process is Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Your 9 processes are like Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Archanam, right? Pad Sevanam. So it's given in the chronological order, right? Because by saying is Shravanam, hearing the holy name of the Lord, one comes to the platform of understanding the personal form. Once you understand the personal form, you realize the transcendental qualities, you realize the Lord's associate, right? So this way, you keep advancing in the spiritual knowledge and the realization of the Lord, is what is mentioned. Tarun? It says the same process of chronological understanding holds true in chanting and remembering. When the chanting of the holy name, form, qualities, and paraphernalia is heard from the mouth of a pure devotee, his hearing and chanting are very pleasing. Srila Sanatan Goswami has forbidden us to hear the chanting of an artificial devotee or non-devotee, right? So that's why when we start the chanting in Srimad Bhagavatam, we are chanting along with Srila Prabhupada, right? So we are chanting along with Swami Prabhupada, who is the greatest devotee, right, as we know. So I think we are going to pause here since we're almost close to, and we'll continue reading about those 9 processes of devotional bhakti, yeah, tomorrow at 9:30. But let's hear a nice kirtan since we have been reading about the bhakti.
গোপগণ শ্রীরামতে জয় জয় ধেনু বৎসগণ জয় রাধে জয় কৃষ্ণ জয় বৃন্দাবন। জয় বৃষ ভানু জয় কীর্তিদা সুন্দরী জয় পূর্ণমাসী জয় আবির নগরী জয় জয় গোপীশ্বর বৃন্দাবন জয় জয়
Bolo Radhe Krishna Bhagwan ki jai.
Jai.
Krishna. So nice bhajan, nice devotional service. So we'll continue to read tomorrow at 9:30. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna.